You ever witness a red carpet moment so striking that it instantly becomes the only thing people can talk about? That's exactly what happened at the Wicked for Good premiere in Singapore, where Cynthia Erivo stepped out in a custom Vivienne Westwood gown that practically stopped the night in its tracks. Even before the event took its abrupt ending, the energy around her was electric. And then, right in the middle of this charged atmosphere, Michelle Yeoh arrived with her signature grace, greeting fans with that warm poise only she can carry. It instantly elevated the mood, giving the night an almost regal calm. Cynthia, draped in sculpted black floral embroidery, looked like she was channeling full Elphaba power, while Michelle added a grounded elegance that made the entire scene feel even more cinematic. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and even with the chaos that followed, these moments stayed unforgettable. Cynthia's gown was a perfect blend of gothic romance and fearless modern drama, a look that felt like a bridge between fashion fantasy and Wicked's darker themes. She wasn't the only one enhancing the vibe, though. Michelle Yeoh's presence brought a beautifully balanced contrast. The two actresses exchanged warm smiles as photographers snapped away, and the interaction felt like a passing of powerful creative energies, one embodying mystical rebellion, the other exuding serene strength. The Singapore fans went wild seeing them together, especially because Michelle has long been celebrated in Asia for her iconic roles and timeless elegance. It created a sense that this premiere wasn't just another event. It was a merging of powerhouse women who command presence without trying. And with Ariana Grande floating in later with her Glinda radiance, the carpet transformed into a full tableau of Wicked's emotional spectrum. Now let's dive into the centerpiece of Cynthia's look, the corset. Anyone familiar with Vivienne Westwood knows the corset isn't just clothing, it's armor. Cynthia's custom piece tightened her silhouette in that signature Westwood way. Dramatic, structured, almost regal. But while Cynthia embodied bold intensity, Michelle Yeoh brought the perfect counterbalance. Her entrance wasn't loud. It was graceful, deliberate, almost meditative. When she and Cynthia briefly interacted near the photo line, the contrast was visually stunning. Cynthia's fierce, sculpted lines beside Michelle's soft, refined sophistication. It made the moment feel bigger than fashion. It felt like two generations of powerhouse artistry sharing the same space. And fans caught every second, with videos spreading online before the event had even officially begun. Every angle of Cynthia's gown revealed something new: shifting textures, layered shadows, intricate embroidery that seemed to rise from the fabric like enchanted vines. The longer you looked, the more spellbinding it became. And just a few steps away, Michelle Yeoh's own styling complemented the atmosphere beautifully. Her look wasn't trying to outshine Cynthia or Ariana. Instead, it added harmony, grounding the otherwise theatrical visual energy of the carpet. The three actresses standing in the same frame made the premiere feel like a living, breathing extension of the Wicked. Her poised presence, the way she gently acknowledged fans and stayed centered, eased the tension in a moment that otherwise could have spiraled. Cynthia remained composed in her dramatic Westwood gown, and the two women sharing that space, one fierce, one serene, felt strangely poetic. Even though the night didn't unfold as planned, these interactions kept the premiere from collapsing into disappointment. Instead, it became a testament to how artists carry themselves when the spotlight shifts unexpectedly. Both Cynthia and Michelle showed professionalism that fans deeply appreciated. Cynthia's Tiffany & Co. jewels added just the right sparkle against the darkness of her gown. But once again, Michelle Yeoh's presence balanced the scene beautifully. While Cynthia dazzled with dramatic couture, Michelle radiated elegance through subtle jewelry choices that highlighted her effortless charm. The calm shimmer of her accessories contrasted Cynthia's structured boldness in a way that felt intentionally cinematic. And together, they created a red carpet atmosphere that fans described as magical, unexpectedly emotional, and a moment of divine feminine energy. Even after the event ended abruptly, the images of these two women standing near each other continued circulating across social platforms. Cynthia's glam was sharp and sculptural, bold eyeliner, glowing skin, and hair styled to enhance her strength and presence. Meanwhile, Michelle Yeoh's beauty look leaned into softness and timelessness, emphasizing her naturally warm features. When the two were captured in a brief side-by-side shot, the visual contrast immediately went viral. Fans commented on how Cynthia looked like the dark, powerful spellcaster, while Michelle resembled the wise guardian watching over the chaos. These unplanned narrative layers elevated the premiere beyond pure fashion. It felt like glimpses of characters that didn't exist in the movie, but lived through the energy of the actresses themselves. Throughout the press tour, Cynthia has delivered powerful fashion moments, but Singapore felt like the emotional peak, largely because of the combined energies of everyone present. Michelle Yeoh, representing Asian cinematic royalty, grounded the event with cultural significance. Ariana Grande added star-powered softness with her Glinda glow. Cynthia stood in the middle, embodying intensity and transformation. Seeing Michelle and Cynthia exchange a brief laugh created a moment of warmth that fans highlighted as one of the night's sweetest interactions. It showed unity between artists across genres, generations, and roles, all celebrating storytelling on a global stage. With Ariana greeting crowds and Cynthia commanding the carpet, Michelle Yeoh's presence completed the visual harmony. Her reputation in Singapore and across Asia brought an extra layer of excitement. Fans felt proud to see her sharing the stage with this massive Hollywood production. Even though she isn't part of the Wicked cast, her attendance sent a strong message about community and support within the film world. And with Glenn Powell prepping for SNL back in New York, and Mariska Hargitay attending major events in the States, this premiere still managed to dominate headlines because new photos of Michelle, Cynthia, and Ariana together created the kind of pop culture moment people love to revisit. Premieres often get overshadowed by unexpected disruptions, but this one stayed memorable because of the way Cynthia and Michelle carried the night. Their contrasting energies balanced each other so beautifully that fans labeled them the duo we didn't know we needed. Despite the event cutting short, the emotional resonance stuck. Michelle's gentle waves at fans, her calm expressions, and her graceful posture became comforting visuals amid the halted program. Cynthia's boldness added momentum. Together, they kept the atmosphere from collapsing, proving that presence alone can salvage a moment. Behind Cynthia's stunning look stood stylist Jason Bolden, delivering yet another masterclass in red carpet storytelling. But even with all that intentional design work, the presence of Michelle Yeoh still added an extra layer of cinematic gravity to the moment. It's rare for a guest not directly tied to a film to influence the emotional tone of a premiere, but Michelle did. Her interactions with Cynthia, even brief ones, felt like scenes from a larger story. It made the night feel like a merging of legends, a rising force in musical cinema, and an international icon whose influence spans decades. In the end, this Singapore premiere became more than a promotional event. It became a symbolic gathering of generational power. Cynthia brought intensity, Ariana brought radiance, and Michelle brought wisdom and calm. Together, they transformed a disrupted night into something memorable and emotionally rich. Cynthia's Westwood gown may have been the star of the carpet, but Michelle Yeoh's presence amplified everything around it, adding balance, grace, and cultural depth. If this is how powerful the energy feels off the screen, imagine the emotional impact Wicked for Good will deliver when the world finally sees the film. This premiere wasn't perfect, but it was unforgettable.